Hello, friends. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. I'm your host, the confidence coach, Susan Axelrod. I want to speak with you about something that came up for me in a conversation that took me a little by surprise today. Um, it is on the topic of receiving. In particular, as women, it's hard for us to truly receive. Now, if something happens where we become ill or something like that, we might be kicked into receiving in a way that we have to. But I want to park that over there. I want to come over here and be in what could be called regular life. And I want to ask you to open your mind and open your heart to this conversation about receiving today. As women, we are taught very early in our lives, we're taught as girls to give, to help, be a helper, to do things. And this is imposed on us for all kinds of various ways. I'm not going to do an exegesis on that. Suffice to say that any woman watching this and listening to me will understand that we give, 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 right? It's so much easier for us to give than it is to actually receive. Now, we may be able to go so far as to open our hands and to take something. Somebody may give us a thing, and we may be able to say, wow, thanks, that's cool. And we can be in the receiving of something that would be considered like a physical thing. That's kind of cool. That's a gift. That's a present. But to truly receive the gifts of blessings that other people want to bestow on us is to open up your heart and open your soul and really just be in this humble place. Today, I was talking with somebody and I realized, and I said the words, I wrote them in my journal. I was just looking for it. I said the words like, it's humbling to receive blessings. It feels humbling to receive so much love in the form of support for me. And that word humility is really what occurs to me when you vulnerably allow yourself to be in the receiving of love, blessing, support, that kind of non-physical space of feeling loved. Do you know what I mean? I mean, this is something that is very truly profound. There is humility in receiving. Now, think about it. Think about how you feel when you are in the giving space, right? We love to give, we love to do, we love to offer, we love to support, right? We love all of that. That's who we are. We're mamas, we're nurturers, right? Whether or not you have your own birth children, you're still a mama and a nurturer, right? And so that's who we are. It's what we do, it's how we are. And sometimes it's how we create the only self-identity that we can allow by giving, giving, giving. What happens is that our soul begins to get depleted from all the giving because there's no replenishing. Now, as you know, in my work and soul connection, it's all about you, yourself, and your soul, right? Nobody else can actually, really change things for you. It's only when you work in your own soul healing, your deep soul healing, that you can really create this transformational space where we really want to be able to rise. That's where confidence comes from. When you're in that soul transformation and you're like, I got this. Like, I'm good. I'm doing this. I got this. I did that. I did that. I'm doing this. It's in my control, right? So usually I'm talking about the idea where we can only infuse that for ourselves. Of course, that is still the case. Along the way, we are humans wanting and needing human connection and deeply, deeply requiring love. I could feel an energy that just came over me that, as you could see, of the sadness that comes from loneliness, from not being connected, from not feeling connected, from, actually feeling disconnected from humanity and from society. COVID has created a lot of this for a lot of people because of literally physically being alone in your space. And if you're in your space with someone with whom you're in a disconnect, that creates even deeper loneliness. So I could feel that energy out there. So I want to, just give love to that energy and really encourage you to do whatever you need to connect. Um, to connect with others. In this case, actually, this is the perfect example. One of the things that you can do to connect with others is to give others an opportunity to give to you. Yes, there it is. One of the things that you can do to connect to others is to give others an opportunity to give to you. Most women are like, it's okay. I got it. I'm okay. Right? That's what most of us do. I'm okay. Right? No, it's okay. Right? I'm good. That's what we do. We either do it physically or for sure we do it energetically. And I'm in the space of having the most raw, vulnerable opening right now where I am just feeling completely humbled to receive the blessings that you know are being showered on me in a time of need for me. And this is what I want to, I'm trying to speak with you today about this. I'm not sure if I'm getting my point across because it's so hard, because it's so contrary for women to be in the true, deep, spiritual receiving place. It's humbling, it's vulnerable, and frankly, it's hard. We got this. That's what usually comes out, right? When you start going in from a girl to your teenage years to young woman, maiden as they call it, right? And you then, if you get into the mama world or you get into the, business world, if you don't happen to have children of your own, you grow in a different way, a persona, right? Either way, there's expectation that's placed on us societally, but more self-imposed. And I have been breaking that down, breaking that down, breaking that down, and slowly but surely letting go of thread by thread by thread of whatever self expectations I have imposed, and opening my hands, my heart, and my soul to say yes to receiving love, support, kindness, compassion from others. It takes humility to do this. And humility is actually a muscle that you can grow. And when you can rise in humility, there's actually this confidence that is going to just like blow you out of the water, because you actually are in the, like, it's almost like it's a weird thing. It's like the highest level of vibration to actually be in the receiving. I ask again, am I getting this across to you? Am I making sense here? Because this is something that I want people to learn. It's beautiful to give. It's wonderful to give. The more you give, the more you receive, right? But actually, there it is again, because the more you give, the more you want to give as well. And in the receiving, the question is, are you truly, deeply receiving? Are you in healing from the receiving? Are you able to show up vulnerably, raw, and real in the receiving from others? Wow, it's so palpable how it comes up for me to really feel like the blocks and the resistance for women to be able to open up and really receive. My friend Alicia says a thoughtful segment. Thank you. It's so good to see you here. This is such an important topic, so important for us to really open the countenance. I did one of my sessions today, the call to the powerful self. It's a 75-minute one-time coaching call that I offer where I do a guided session to help people find their powerful soul self. And I teach what countenance is. Countenance is this: it's the front of you, it's the opening, it's the allowing of the receiving. And the person today was like, "What's countenance?" It was very funny. I thought it was something everyone knew, but it's kind of a construct that I put together to support what it is that we're talking about today. And so I'm glad that I introduced this topic to you. I just want to ask you, are you able to truly, truly receive? Can you like break open that shell, that exterior that we form, for years and years and years in our lives? Because life is hard, 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 hard. Can you really break open and truly receive that which is being offered? I said to one of my friends, how can I thank you for this love and this gift? And she said, just by saying yes. I'm like, well, then, yes. Yeah. I mean, how can we really, truly, deeply, spiritually, vulnerably receive that which others do want to offer us? This is food for thought today. And I would love to hear what you have to say about it. I would love to hear if this is something that you understand what I'm talking about. Can you easily say, oh, yes, I'm in that raw, vulnerable receiving? Or are you more like, I don't know, I need to think about it? If you're in the latter category, think about it and write about it. What does it take to actually receive? It's so good. All right, friends. One of the things that helps to break through this idea is journaling. Journaling, where you allow that writing to come out of you raw, is where you're going to show yourself in black and white in real time what it is that you think about this. So Yvonne says, it's always been difficult for me to receive, but I'm learning to accept it and be grateful. Yvonne, thank you for that comment. I really want to say that the idea of gratitude and how mainstream and popular it is today is such a precious thing. I fear that it has become a more of an idea than a deep seated experience. And so when you say, I'm grateful, how much do we truly be in the receiving of the gratitude? So thank you for bringing that up. That's something that I do think about. And I always do want to really delve deep, deep, deep in gratitude to be in the receiving. So, friends, thank you for letting me be a little deep on this Friday. Shabbat Shalom to those who celebrate, and to everyone else. I wish you a very good weekend, and I'd love to continue this conversation with you about the gift of receiving. Thank you. Take good care. Bye-bye.